I know that I had promised a video about God and the universe, so here it is. So, I'm sure all of us at one point have questioned, okay, so the theory is that God created us, but who created God? A lot of people are afraid to research that. What I have found out through experience is that in the beginning there was like a source. Now if you want to visualize this source, if it helps you a bit, then visualize it as a cloud. Now within itself there was two equal portions, one being awake, one being asleep. Now if you want to break it down even more than that, let's refer to it as similar to the human brain. You have your conscious or awake portion, then your subconscious or asleep portion. So one day the awake portion, or the conscious portion, noticed that it was awake and that there was a asleep or subconscious portion. Then it observed that it made a hum. Now it also observed that with that hum it created light. So it observed that for a couple thousand years, and then it discovered that the asleep portion took that light, manifested and created anything from planets to star systems, etc., etc. So it started to break pieces off of itself to create, to manifest these star systems, creatures, aliens, whatever. So then it would connect back to these creations and take on that experience that that creation had. So when this happened, when it reconnected with the portions of itself, it was, how shall I say, sort of an orgasmic experience. It was like, whoa, that was so cool, let's do that again. So that's what it did for a couple 100,000 years. It just branched off pieces of itself, manifested, created things, and then reconnected back to it to gain the experience that that creation had. Now, the law of creation states that for everything created, there's an equal and opposite creation. So that allows for some very creative work as far as manifesting goes. So one day the source decided that it was going to create an exact replica of itself. So it did this exact replica of itself, and as I stated, equal, opposite. So the equal opposite that it created was, let's get into gender here, it was a female version of itself. So, did male exist before female? No. Did female exist before male? No. They both existed in the same moment. Oops, there goes my grandfather clock. So, here we have two equal opposite portions of the source. They both start equally creating and then connecting back to those experiences and then connecting back to each other. So these are fantastic experiences that are going on. So within these creations, okay, these two equal opposite sources break off sub-sources, male, female versions of themselves. You can call these God, or gods, and goddesses. And I will leave it at that for today because it gets a little complex beyond that, and I need way more caffeine to deal with today since I've been up all night with a sick puppy. She's okay right now, but I still want to attend to her and get as much rest as I can. So thank you for listening, and have a fantastic day, everybody.